Hello, everyone. Welcome back to your favorite build series. I know you didn't say it, but I'm going to say it for you. Your favorite build series, DWD and GTA. For those of you that are new here, DWD and GTA is my precious build series where I go and scout for lots in the Grand Theft Auto 5 world and bring them into the Sims. I've been at it for a little minute now. I have at this point I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have like 5. Oh, if I'm lying, I'm sorry. But I have like 5 builds, and this might be the 6th one. But if I'm wrong, it's the 5th one. Yeah, numbers. Anyways, we are back with a cheap starter home that I found in Mirror Park. I think what I was doing was I was taking pictures of 844 4 and 3s sample build. By the way, those are on YouTube already. And I was just looking around for another house, and I found the one that I'm doing today. I like it because it's really small. I'm a really big fan of small houses because I feel like they don't require a whole lot. And I felt like it would be a good starter home because of how small it is. And I ain't gonna lie. With the way I design now, I don't really care for starter homes because I like to add more decoration, especially these days. And I feel like I'm better at decoration than I was before. But I wanted to take a step back, dial it back for this build. Because if you're making a save, why would you make a save where no sim could move into? So I chose this house. I thought it was really cute, but I had to make some modifications to it. I'll just let you know off top that it does not have that covered garage part, nor does it have the little extension. I don't know what that is, like a roof extension in the front. It doesn't have any of that, or the what is that called? Fencing. It's not really a fence because it's brick, but that it doesn't have that. So I just went around, took some pictures of everything, including this little abuelita with a honeycomb hairstyle, and I took it in the game and did my thing. All right, so I have something to confess to you all. I actually started building this house forever ago, but it's one of those things that I forgot about. So I kind of left it alone for a long time and decided to pick it back up for this series. Sorry. I just, I want to keep things transparent with you all. So technically it was already partially built, but I did not care for how it looked. So I decided to redo it. No, this is not on the gallery. At least I don't think I put it on the gallery. I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did. So you won't see the part of the outside, but that just makes this build a little bit shorter. And who doesn't like a short build, I know I do sometimes. So with the, inside and outside kind of fleshed out, I decided to go in and change some, not surface details, but like accents, accessories. I don't know. I decided to change to make like cosmetic changes. There you go. That's the word. I decided to make cosmetic changes and decided to switch up the windows, the wallpapers, and just adding details to the outside, like the heater and those, what are those, soda pop bottles? I forget what the heck they're called from Eco Lifestyle, but I wanted to change those bottles too, or just add in those bottles for that extra detail. Now, whether or not that works or is expired in game, you're going to have to see for yourself because I have no idea. So I'm just working on this stuff, and let me just give you some backstory while I'm working on that. The backstory is there's not much backstory at all. This is meant to be a starter home with no personality at all. It's not meant for anybody specific, and I don't plan on having many Sims in this save, but if I did have Sims in the save, they definitely wouldn't be in this house. This house would be for a Sim that you just made because it's probably one of the few houses, the only house right now, where I'm only thinking about price. I'm trying to make sure that you have everything you need, nothing you don't, and that you could just live in it and not have your sim pass away. Yeah, and not have your sim pass away. So that's all I was thinking about going into this build. And I'm still at the part where I'm trying to get the outside correct. And I have this on a 15 by 20 or 20 by 15 lot for the exact reason of it just being a starter. There wasn't a whole lot that I could really do to the outside, but I think I went into debug. What the heck am I doing? I think I went into debug and got some plants to put outside so that it could be cheap. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. So that I could keep the cost down of the place, because I was trying to keep it under 20,000. And I'm going through here looking through different rocks, bushes, all that kind of stuff, just to replicate the little portion on the outside, because I can't replicate too much because it had a bigger backyard than I was willing to give this house. So I had to just do what I could with what I had. Yeah. So I'm going through these and I'm going to eventually land upon the plants that I do use. Okay, by this time, I think I figured something out. And I think I somewhat got it together. I'm happy for myself. So I'm just worrying about the arrangement. That looks disgusting. I don't know if I kept it like that. If I did, I'm sorry. If I did, I'm so sorry. But I'm not going to change it. I'm not going back in after this. If it's ugly, it's just ugly. And that's what it is. So sorry. So sorry. But yeah, besides this and maybe a little bit of the backyard, I didn't do a whole lot. I added some stairs. By the way, the stairs were surprisingly harder than I thought it was. And then I decided to go inside and fix everything. Trying to mess with the height. I don't know why. Now, with this, I had to be very careful. I was going through several different floor types, trying to figure out what exactly I was going to do. And I wanted to pick up the cheapest floor that I could. The word of the day is cheap. Very much cheap. So I found these stone. I don't know. It might be like quality concrete. I decided to make the floors concrete because one of the few ideas that I did have running through this was, what if I broke the house down, basically gutted it almost. It's not a complete gut because there's still walls up, of course, and there's no way to make it look like a complete gut, but it's gutted as much as I thought it could be. So if you peel back the carpet, peel back the, plywood, hardwood, whatever it is, maybe you'll find some concrete underneath. So we'll say that. I was just being cheap, y'all. As you can see, I brought down the, what is that called? I don't know, home menu, something like that. I brought down the home menu so that I could keep track of the money that I was spending, and started working on just getting the bare necessities down. There's not much luxury in this house. Maybe I splurged on the fridge because that one looks atrocious. And I can't say what else I splurged on. I mainly splurged on the fridge. Most everything else is pretty basic. And I kept a color theme of, I think, black, gray, and blue. Black, gray, and blue. Maybe with a splash of white. Yeah, I think that's the color scheme. Pretty drab. I would say that maybe it's good for someone with a masculine taste. Maybe something like that. Yeah, there's not that much to this build, so I'm just trying to add in little details where I can. I added this cabinet thing to try to make it look separate, I guess, like how apartments are. And then I tried to find the cheapest table that I could that had enough style. Did I keep that table? I'm not exactly sure. I added a little bitty curtain. I added a couple of curtains. You know what? There you go. There's the style element. I added curtains. I added some curtains Still try to keep it modern though. And oh, there's no painting on this house, by the way, because I had to save my money. I had to save some money. So there are no paintings. There's barely any clutter, if any, because I tried to keep the cost down. You know, like I was saying earlier. We're at the bathroom right now. I would say that this is mostly it because there wasn't that many changes that happened to the bathroom. I tried to move some counters around. Just figuring out what the heck I want to do with my life. As you can see right now, I'm at 15 something thousand. And that was just my main goal. Just keeping stuff cheap. Getting the most style with the least money that I could. And just keeping it modern. The room doesn't have a whole lot. I think I kept that bed and maybe moved some stuff around. I think the good thing about this build though is that there's room to actually style it if you want. If your sim has some money and they just want to be in a little cheap house, this is the perfect house for you because I didn't do a whole lot at all. But it has good bones. I'll say that. It has good bones. I don't think there's much else for me to say. I don't think so. I think from this point on, I was just worrying about little details like making sure I got the color scheme right. That bathroom was going through a whole lot. I ended up fixing it eventually. If your Sims have no money and they just started off, this is the perfect. If your Sims have no money, just getting their life together, and they don't need a whole lot of amenities, this is the perfect place for your sim. They are going to have, I won't say a good time. I will say that they will have furniture. They will have furniture. A little bit of entertainment through that little tiny TV I put up there. And I hope they have a big imagination. Yeah, I hope they have a big imagination. Oh, and let me tell you one more thing. You see that this is in Willow Creek, but the final build is not in Willow Creek. I am so sorry. It is in Oasis Springs, and I had to give it a whole nother name. It is not Mirror Park Home 5. So sorry. So sorry. So I think at this point I'm adding just small details. Oh, with those little pool lap thingies, whatever, I decided to put those in the window. And it's kind of like that one build that I did. What was it? Cockatoos? Yeah, I did the same thing in Cockatoos. And I noticed though, when you take the walls down, like when you're playing in live mode, the little white sticks, they stay there. So, you know, don't worry your head too much about that. It's not going to get too much in the way. At least I don't think so. Oh, and last minute, I decided to add a desk. Ain't that nice? There is no computer though, because like I said, I was thinking about money. I had to save as much as I could. So yeah, I took that desk. I think I put it in the room and that's about it. So the description is as follows. If you're interested in high style on a modest budget, this is the home for you. Since recently being gutted, the bones of this house reveal beautiful concrete slabs that bring about a more industrial feel. The decor leaves much to be desired, but think of it as an opportunity for personalization. I hope you all enjoy it. XO, AprilBaby321. So this house is called 568 Nikola Ave. That is 568 Nikola Ave. It is a 20 by 15 lot worth 15,750 simoleons. And it is available right now on the gallery. I thank you so much for listening to me ramble, and I will see y'all next week for another episode of DWD in GTA. Bye bye.